Hello, my friends. This is Crystal Rose Insights, here to do the weekly Divine Feminine Energy reading, love reading. I want to thank all of you guys for being here, for all of my subscribers, all of those of you who ask for private readings, who like, comment, and share. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. I really, really do. This has been such an incredible community that's grown, and I have just the most amazing people that are here, and I'm just really, really, really grateful to be able to be doing this work and having you all be here and part of this journey together. So real quick announcement before we get started. We are, those of you that got private Valentine's Day readings for the special, I apologize if I haven't gotten yours to you yet. I ran out of these glass bottles. I had to order more. So if you ordered your Valentine's Day special and you haven't gotten your custom remedy yet, don't worry, it is on the way. They're going to be done this weekend and out to you. So thank you for your patience on that, guys. I had such a great response for the thing. I had to get more bottles. I didn't think I'd be doing so many, but anyway, it's super excited to be able to get those to you. So thank you for your patience. So we're going to take a look at the Divine Feminine weekly reading. I do want to also announce I did a special New Moon Manifesting Love reading last night for both the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. And I'd never done this type of reading before, and it was so interesting what came out. In fact, the Divine Masculine was crazy. So I just want to point you to that. If you haven't seen it yet, it's really interesting because, as you know, I'm all about empowerment and helping to create and set intentions and manifest what we're here to manifest. So the energies were super flowing yesterday, and it was fun to see the messages that came out. So as you guys know, I always start my readings with a gemstone crystal, and for this week this black tourmaline wanted to come out and be here. This is a very grounding stone. It's very protective as well. It protects from negative energies and taking on and absorbing energies from people around us. And this is actually one that I mined myself. I found this when I went on a gem dig, and I love it. It's got such a good energy to it. It's like really heavy and grounding. So anyway, if you want to look up the metaphysical meaning of black tourmaline, I guarantee you'll get some additional messages for you as to why this is coming out to support this reading today. All right, so we're going to take a look at the energies of the Divine Masculine for this upcoming week, starting February 19th, I believe it is, Sunday, for the upcoming week. And these are general readings, so a lot of you watching, not everything's going to sound or make sense for you. And also, even if it's not that week that the message, like I'm recording this and you get to this video somehow anyway, it's always Spirit's way of bringing you the messages you need to, no matter how they come to you. So these readings are intended to be timeless, and that yes, I'm recording them with the intention of this week. However, we're all at different phases of our journey, and sometimes Spirit will bring us to a video randomly and we don't even know why we're clicking on it, and all of a sudden we hear something that's meant for us. Well, that's how the universe works. So I've also called in Archangel Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel, all the Ascended Masters, all the beings of light, to help support the clearest messages coming through for all who are watching. And it is my intention with every video that I do that every single person that somehow finds their way to this video, that they will get a message that is specifically for them. And if you do want a private reading, that is the way to get the most specific, clear messages exactly for you. So the information is in the description box below. Okay, enough of all the intro. But I kind of feel like I repeat myself all the time. However, I know I have new subscribers and new viewers every time, so I want to make sure that I at least give you a little bit of the lay of the land. All right. So, overall energy for the Divine Feminine this week is release. Major Arcana. What she wants her Divine Masculine to know is the Four of Earth. And what he may be unaware of is the Seven of Air. How she's feeling about her Divine Masculine this week is the Five of Fire. Interesting energies already, Divine Feminine. I wonder what's going on with some of you. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see what comes up. How you're feeling towards the relationship is the Knight of Air. What's currently supporting you? Queen of Fire. There she is. Love her. What is your current challenge this week? Is the Chariot. Okay, 2 major arcanas. And the energy at the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Air. So this 8 of Air energy is interesting. This is about the illusion of being trapped and lacking self-confidence. This is about being afraid to take action. So I'm getting a couple different messages coming through from Spirit right away. Some of you watching this may be in a situation where you kind of been knocked off your game. Like you sort of have been feeling pretty good and something's happened maybe in the last little bit that's made you all of a sudden doubt your self-confidence in some way. Maybe fear has crept in to some degree. So that's a piece of it. And then the other element, the other message is this around the idea of being afraid to take action. So here's what I'm getting for some of you watching this, Divine Feminines. Many of you who have reached out to me either through email or private readings have been feeling like you're sort of trapped in this twin flame world, and you're feeling frustrated and you're like tired of waiting around and you're ready to just move on. And I did actually a special reading about that energy a couple weeks ago. But this is I mean, again, we're going to see how the rest of the reading plays out, but this is coming in at the bottom of the deck for the theme of this reading for you this week. So, what I'm hearing is that there's an energy for some of you feeling like you're trapped in this world of twin flame and waiting for your Divine Masculine to make a move. And it is an illusion, because you're not trapped. You are connected in the higher realms, of course. However, like, there's an energy of powerlessness that's coming through right now. Is that some of you are feeling like you're powerless in this process and you're just like waiting and waiting. You're not powerless, Divine Feminine. You are actually this Queen of Fire, and I'm jumping ahead, but she's here to remind you that, oh, no, 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 young lady, you are not powerless. You are this amazing, amazing goddess, okay? So I'm getting the chills as I'm saying that, so I feel like that's a very strong message for some of you watching this. But let's see how this is all going to play out. So overall energy for you right now this week is the Release card, Major Arcana. So this is the Death card. Traditionally the Death card, which is about an end of a cycle, beginning of a new one, death of one cycle, rebirth in another way. So this is very consistent with that full moon energy last week. That eclipse that we had was so strong. And, you know, you're still in that releasing phase. It feels like there's a massive spiritual transformation that's happening for you. Because remember, we have to get rid of things in order to make the space for the new to come in. So, guys, if you want to watch the Divine Feminine New Moon Manifesting Love reading I posted yesterday, there's some extra messages around that theme for you there. But it feels like you are doing a lot of work on the spiritual level in the releasing side, which is maybe why it's coming up that you're feeling like a lack of self-confidence, or you're a little afraid because you're just like there's a lot happening for you. So what you want your Divine Masculine to know is the Four of Earth. So the Four of Earth is a card of extremes. It's a little bit of like too much or too little, or all or nothing, black or white. There's really no middle ground. So it feels like when you're wanting your Divine Masculine to know this, it's almost like an acknowledgement that you know that you've kind of been in this black or white, like it's either all or nothing. There's nothing in the middle, is what I'm hearing. So it feels like you're wanting your Divine Masculine to know, like, okay, I know I've been, you know, I want either to be with you or without you. Because I know a lot of the Divine Feminines have been in that place of like, okay, we're either going to move on with this or I'm out of here. So it feels like that's a message for some of you watching, that this is something you want your Divine Masculine to know, is that you are acknowledging that this has been some of your energy, and that the world doesn't, the universe doesn't operate in only black and white. There are lots of shades of gray in the middle. And it's also an energy of being a little too cautious. I feel like that I'm being drawn to that message here, is that you feel like you've perhaps been afraid to really step into your power. Again, coming back to this Queen of Fire card. But let's see. So what your Divine Masculine may be unaware of is the Seven of Air energy. So this is about, there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. There's poor timing as an element of this. This is about revising plans. So it feels like some of you Divine Feminines this week have been in a place where you kind of had been set and things happening a certain way, or wanting things to unfold in a certain way, and they're not. And so you're kind of changing your tune. You've been changing your tune. And that there's something like there's a lot going on with you, Divine Feminine, in this releasing. Okay, and I think in this releasing, there may be a lot of things that you're releasing and getting rid of, whether that be friendships, relationships, old ideas. It's causing you to feel like you have to revise your plans. I do know this is another big thing that's coming through, a massive message that's just hitting me very clearly. There's some of you that are embarking on new spiritual, basically your mission, what you're here to do, how you're here to serve. And it's a successful thing for you. And what's happening is that it's causing you to have to revise. Like maybe this is a career thing where you've been doing a certain job and you're feeling called to serve spiritually. Maybe that's to be encouraging to others going on this journey. Maybe it's to do readings. Maybe it's to do coaching work. Something that you're here to really support and share your gifts. And it's causing you to have to revise some plans. So that's another storyline that's very clearly coming through right now for some of you that are watching. So how you're feeling about your Divine Masculine this week is this Five of Fire. So this is that having competing goals, there's some conflict here. And this is about not knowing where to prioritize. So if you're going through a massive releasing phase and you're really starting to open up to starting a new spiritual calling in a career standpoint, then you're like, how is my Divine Masculine relationship going to fit into this? It's like, I'm so busy with stuff. Like, how's this all working? So there might be some conflict happening this week with some of you guys with your Divine Masculine, or it's causing you to just think like, how is this all going to fit into my new world now that I'm releasing things? So if some conflicts come up this week, that's okay. It's obviously part of the process, but we're going to get some more cards too and see what else is coming through around this. But how you're feeling about the relationship is the Knight of Air, wanting to move forward and make decisions. This is about finding some creative solutions. This is about reviewing your options, trying to figure out what you're doing. So some of you are trying to figure out, like, you're wanting to move forward, but you're trying to be strategic about it and decisive. It could be that some of you in this conflict, things like are happening very quickly in your relationship. Maybe it's like it's been so slow for a while, and boom, all of a sudden something happens that's propelled it forward, and it's all of a sudden bringing in an energy of like, oh my gosh, there's all these things happening. Like, we had nothing, and I was working on this one thing, and now he's around in my life, and like, how am I going to balance everything? So that is also a potential of what's coming through for you this week, Divine Feminine. But what is supporting you is this beautiful Queen of Fire. She is all about not underestimating yourself, having confidence. She's smart. She's not doing, she's drawing her experience and her Divine Masculine to her. She's alluring. She's very kind. She's warm. And she is very independent and creative. So this energy is really supporting you going through this Five of Fire. I really like that she's here underneath this 5. Because that she's gonna like squash that really quickly. Okay, she's gonna be like, yeah, 5 of Fire, screw that. We're gonna get over that really fast. Because the Divine Feminine, she doesn't like to stay in this energy very much because it takes away from her power. So she keeps wanting to cover it up. And so what you're being challenged with this week is the Chariot. This is about moving things forward successfully in victory. This is about an achievement. So, you know, it very well could be that this moving things, something happening quickly with your Divine Masculine this week that you don't expect, or it's causing this a little bit of a conflict of, whoa, where did this come from? It could be that this is also, because again, it's underneath the same energy of things happening really quickly. So things are happening really quickly. You're being asked this week, Divine Feminine, to show self-discipline and spiritual willpower as this is all going on, okay? So this is about, in this chaos, craziness, something happening, continue to be this Queen of Fire. Okay, so now I'm going to pull from the Energy Oracle cards. We're going to see, get some more messages here. Pull another message for the Divine Feminine. Give me another message, please, of what's going on with her this week, please. Happy family. Oh, wow. Check it out. That's kind of that's an about face, right? But here's why I love why this is here, because it feels like there's preparation that's been going on behind the scenes. More going on than meets the eye, that's all leading towards this, but she may not quite be noticing that consciously. And we're getting a lot, you know, the energy of the 4s here. 4, this is also a 4. So there's a lot of stability happening right here for the Divine Feminine this week. In the releasing, we'll bring in Happy Family. Like, check out, this is underneath. This is like getting rid of the old things that aren't serving you. The death of the old you and the rebirth of the new you as the Divine Feminine will lead you to this beautiful happy family. And the stability of that. So now I'm going to pull 3 cards on how the Divine Feminine is looking at the union this week. Like what energies are around her and her union. And we get the Angel of Love. So the Angel of Love is here too for you, Divine Feminine, this week. So she's all about opening the heart space. And that jumped out as I was shuffling. I wasn't done quite shuffling yet, but she wanted to be here for you. She's supporting your releasing. She's supporting your heart opening and warming up to the belief that you can have it. All right, 2 more cards on how the Divine Feminine is seeing the union energies this week. And then we get Envy and Storm Warning. Okay, so the Envy card being in the reverse, this is about lack and dissatisfaction. And the fact that it's in the reverse means that energy is on its way out. It's like you've been, you know, you're no longer feeling lack or dissatisfaction. Things are starting to turn around for you. And it feels like that's on its way out because the energy of the love, the Angel of Love is here. And then the Storm Warning is here too. So this is reflecting the same energy of the 5 of Fire. This week there could be some potential conflict, things happening. But the Storm Warning isn't like this massive foreboding, like huge dire warning, forewarning. It's just that, you know, there is some conflict coming, which that's life, right? But it also means that don't worry about the conflict coming, and that it's, you know, the storm always ends and the sun always comes out. So it feels like it's just more, there might be something happening as part of this releasing and death, rebirth kind of energy. But this is just saying right now in the union energies, the Angel of Love is overseeing this process, and just she wants you not to worry about if something comes through for you this week that may be a little bit like a conflict with your Divine Masculine, or feeling like a conflict or conflicting, okay? So it's just a reassurance for you. Okay, so now I'm going to pull an advice card for the Divine Feminine this week. All right, Michael, we know the energies of the Divine Feminine this week. What's going on here? We've got the lay of the land for the week. So what's your best advice for the Divine Feminine in this week, please? we get your home is protected by angels. So this is just saying that security, this is the career. This is about if you're making career changes, Divine Feminine, this week, or contemplating moving in a new direction, that you're going to be okay, is what Michael is saying. And this also is a message of your safe sanctuary of your home, and where you feel safe is also being protected by angels. So if you're feeling a little unsafe here, a little bit in this potential conflict, and feeling trapped and being afraid to take action, like, it's okay. So Michael is telling you that it is totally okay, and your home and your family, happy family, it's like this, what you're aiming for to have this happy family life is also being supported by the angels. All right, Divine Feminines, that is, that's what's going on for this week. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hop over to my Vimeo channel, and I'm actually going to continue to do an extended version of this reading. So we now know the energies that are going on for the Divine Feminine this week. We've got some advice from Archangel Michael of how to handle what's happening this week. So over on the Vimeo channel, what I'm going to do is go more in depth on this reading. Okay, so this is actually, if this reading is really resonating for you and it feels like I'm speaking to you, we're going to get a lot more in depth over there. We're going to get into more messages on the energies and get a little bit more clarity on some of these cards. We're going to get into some advice. We're going to get into what's up to be healed this week. What do you need to be focused on? And basically general advice for how to navigate through this landscape. You know, how do you work through these energies that are coming up for you in the best way possible? So if this is where you guys are jumping off, thank you for being here, and look forward to seeing you next time. If you come join me over on the Vimeo channel, I will get more in depth on this, and we'll get some more messages. All right, everybody. Until next time, in abundant love always. Bye.